Hey, thanks for joining me on this second installment of my journey in buying a hot tub from Integrity Spas. If you watched the first video, I purchased the Paradise Spa from them in March of 2021, and they told me when I ordered it that they estimated the delivery to be end of June 2021, and that came and went, and I had a feeling it was going to take longer than that. With COVID, with materials, and just with general reviews and complaints about that spa site. So I knew it was going to take longer than June. July came and went. Called them at the end of July, and Jeff and Jay are the owners. They're incredibly nice, and they answer the phone. They speak with me. They speak with you, and they give you the best answers they can give. These spas ship from overseas, and they, are delivered via courier to us. So they do their best they can to communicate what the delivery times that they think are going to happen. But at the end of July, they said it's probably going to take, in the beginning of July, they said it might take towards the end of August. So August came, August went, and called them at the end of August, and not to complain, but just to get additional information about the spa so I can plan for the delivery of it. I've already arranged for the electrician. I've already arranged for the moving company that's delivering the spa to put it in place in the backyard deck. If you watched the first video, you saw all that. So there were some additional questions I have about the spa cover and about a cover lift for the spa cover, and we'll go over that today. So exciting, because here it is. It's Labor Day. It's the Tuesday after Labor Day here in September, and according to Jeff, that they don't think it's going to be delivered this week, but it's possible that it might, but more likely going to be delivered next week, which is fine. So I'm looking forward to the call from the moving company saying that they have the spa and they want to deliver it. And when that comes, I will probably document the delivery of it and the installment of it, and let you know good, bad, and ugly about the delivery process and setting up the spa. Okay, but for now, I want to talk to you about what I learned about the spa cover, because there's some interesting things going on with this size of a spa. It's a 9-foot by 7-foot spa, so it's larger than most spas, and there's some nuances to the cover that come with it. The other reviewer that I contacted to get the courage to order this spa mentioned that the spa cover is heavy, so you probably will want to get a cover lift to assist with opening and closing the cover on the spa. Now, if you tune into the videos that I suggested in the first one that I posted, the videos by Hot Tub Owner HQ, he highly recommends a spa cover lift as well. So I'm going to look at some of the different ones. There's 2 that they post on the Integrity Spa site, and I'll tell you what I think about those, and I'll tell you some of the other ones that I'm looking at, and maybe we can comment on the good and the bad and what we think are the pros and cons of those. Okay, so let me show you a couple things about the spa and about the spa cover, and then we can go into the types of where it's going on my deck, and because that's a factor. And then third thing are the different types of spa cover lifts that are available. Okay, so let me show you a couple things about the spa, how it's oriented, how the spa cover sits on the spa. Okay, I do apologize that I'm taking a video of my computer screen, but I'm not that tech savvy. This is the best I know how to do, even though I work in IT for a living. But the spa that I'm ordering is 9 feet long, 7 feet wide, okay? So it's important to keep those measurements in mind when you are considering this, where you're putting the spa on your deck or in your location in your house, and also the spa cover and the spa cover lifter that you buy. But keep in mind it's 9 feet by 7 feet. So with the spa being 9 feet long and 7 feet wide, I had hoped that the spa would bend on the short side. Okay, that the spa cover would bend at the 7-foot line halfway across the spa, as shown in this picture. Okay, I thought the spa cover would bend over one side to the other along the 7-foot line, as seen here by the red line. That's what I had thought, and that's what I had hoped, and that's what seems to make sense to me. However, after looking at pictures of the spa cover from the other person that I contacted, the spa cover has a seam on the long side of the spa as shown here. So the spa cover folds over along the 9-foot axis and folds over that way. And why is that a factor? Why is that important, right? It's the same weight regardless, but there are some things to consider when you are looking at the spa cover and how it folds. So here's a rough diagram of the edge of my deck and how I was hoping the spa would sit on my deck. As you can see, the 9-foot side goes along the deck rail that faces the backyard and the view of the golf course and the view of the sunset. And the 7-foot side faces the cool neighbors off to the side of my house. Okay, and then my house is there at the bottom of the screen there. The spa is really about 8 feet away from my house, so the house is not right up against the spa. There's 8 feet of clearance, but that gives you a lay of the land of how I wanted to orient the spa. I wanted the spa to be about 18 inches away from the deck posts that you see outlined here. So about 18 inches of clearance on both sides, giving me just enough room to get in there if I had to take the panels off and perform any work or maintenance onto the spa. I felt like 18 inches, maybe 20 would be enough to get in there and keep the spa close enough to the deck, but also have the spa far enough away to where you can climb in there, crawl in there, and take the panels off and get any work done. So I'm thinking 18 to 20 inches clearance from the sides, and I want the long end to face the view of the golf course and the backyard, and the short end to face the neighbor's house. That was my idea. Again, I apologize that I'm using my camera and it's not on a tripod and it's a little shaky, but these are the 2 spa cover lifts that are on the Integrity Spas website. Okay, so the first one, the one on the top, by the way, Jeff and Jay say both of these should work with the spa that I ordered. I should have 0 issues. But there are things to consider, okay? The one on the top, as you can see, the cover does not fold down to the side of the spa. It stays up in the air. Well, where I live here in Middletown, Delaware, it's very, very windy, and I'm just worried that the wind would put enough stress on those arms and probably break them. And not only that, but these covers lifts are bolted into the side of the spa. So if it's not going to break put enough stress on the arms and break the arms, it might put stress and break the spa panels on the side. It might just wreak havoc on them, whether it's pulling the screws out of them or twisting them or just causing them to be malformed. And it's that windy here, so I don't want to see that cover that high in the air acting like a parachute or some type of catch for the wind to cause panic. Also, when you think about how in the last pictures I showed you, the way that spa is going to be oriented, that big cover up in the air like that would be blocking the views of the lawn, of the yard, of the golf course, of the sunsets. It would be blocking a lot of things. So that top one I ruled out just for those 2 facts. The bottom one looks like the cover does fold nicely over to the side. So you would get a view over the spa cover of the golf course and of the yard and things like that. So the bottom was a nice feature. But the knock that I have on that one is that has to rock up and then slide over. And because it rocks up and then slides over, you need about 3 feet and probably 3.5 feet for a spa of this size of clearance to have that type of spa cover work. So the spa would be 3 feet, maybe 3 feet, and maybe even 3.5 feet away from the rail of the deck. And in my opinion, that would almost make it look like that spa is sitting out in the middle of the deck, in the middle of nowhere. And I really wanted the spa to be oriented towards the side rails of the deck, and not just be in the middle, which would be a little bit more obnoxious of a space in my mind. So the reason that one doesn't fit is because of the clearance that is needed to use that spa cover. It just was it would just jut out too far from my deck. Instead of being 8 feet away from my house, it would render it 5 feet, maybe 4.5 feet away from my house, and I didn't want to do that. So the 2 spa covers on the spa cover lifters on Integrity Spas look good. It's just not something that would work for me, and I'm looking for something different. The one that I'm hoping to get is something more like this. It has panels that sit under the spa, so you don't have to bolt anything into the sidewalls of the spa. It sits under the spa, and the water in the spa provides the weight to hold the spa, to hold the spa cover lifter in place. And that arm that you see on the side rocks back and forth, and by rocking back and forth, it assists in lifting up the cover. So that's what I'm looking for. The issue with most of these types of cover lifters are that they support covers up to 96 inches. And if you remember, the spa dimensions on this spa are at least 108. So I need something that's going to support 9 feet, 108 inches, 110 inches or so. So I'm trying to find one that can support up to 110 inches. Right now, this one only supports up to 96. So I'm gonna have to do something clever, add an extension bar across the top, and something that will work so that it can support the weight, but also support the expanse across 9 feet. But that's the goal. That's what I'm trying to do right now. And I have to do it quick because the spa's coming. This is the type of cover lift that you have to put in place before you set the spa down, because once you have the spa in place with the water on it, it's several thousand pounds. You're not going to be able to slide the support underneath on the bottom of the spa. So I have to kind of work quick to come up with a solution. If you know any solutions, please let me know. But that's the latest hurdle that I have to jump with this. Hopefully the last hurdle, the only hurdle, but that's what's in front of me right now. Again, thanks for watching, and looking forward to next week when the spa actually does arrive, if it arrives, and have my wife with the phone out documenting the delivery process and the movement of the spa, and just see how well that all goes, so I can give you an idea of that portion of it, and then hooking up the electric and how that all goes, and give you an idea of that portion of it. And then once everything's hooked up and water filled and everything's hopefully running right, give you an idea of thoughts on the spa in general, okay? So that's kind of where we're at, but I appreciate you watching this far, and please, any comments that you have, I'd be happy to take any advice you have for me, or just let me know your thoughts, okay? Have had a couple people mention that they're looking forward to my experience because they're holding off on ordering their hot tubs, but they are in the market for them. So if the experience is good for me, they may order from Integrity Spas. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me, but I'm going to call it like I see it. I'm going to tell you, I'm not endorsed for this by any stretch. So I'm just going to tell you what I see and what I know, and we can all learn together. Okay, thanks for watching, and God bless.